YouTube. Do you two like Trump? Ryan, we don't talk politics and stuff like that here. It just causes arguments with everybody. So, John, what are you talking about? You want to help? You want to help when we go there? It's me, Mario. What's up, G? What's up, Mario?
How old is this guy, bro? Oh, man. Rockin' jazz, bro. Rockin' jazz. Rockin' jazz. Rock. Oh. It's right here, bro. Rockin' jazz, bro. Right here.
It's lurking. Sarah says hello.
Welcome to my show, Ricky Drama Live here. I'm sorry, I'm Ricky Drama. You're here on Sick Grandpa Live here. It's Thursday night here in beautiful Cebu City. I guess we have a typhoon coming, according to Amazing Philippines. I should probably be going live, because we got Baltimore Ron. I guess he's leaving after Baltimore Ron, I guess, proposed to his girlfriend, a 19-year-old. And so, anyway, yeah, I'm just feeling kind of, I have time to do this tonight because my date from Wednesday, I had to kick. I just wasn't feeling it, bro. I just wasn't feeling it. But I got a new girl. Coming over tomorrow, bro. I got a new girl coming tomorrow, and then the 19-year-old. I can't decide whether I want to get involved with her or not, bro. So he's on a geopolitical YouTube channel the other night. What? Yeah, I have no idea, bro. I have no idea what's going on. Barry Jordan, Barry the Boss. What are you talking about, bro? Anyway, we're here live. We got Q Advent. We got Rock, of course. Rock and I guess they didn't change it. Rock and Jazz. They're the new hottest sensation. And look at this. Look at this thing right here. Oh yeah, he's so cool, bro. Rock and Jazz. He's so cool. He's so hip. He's so strong. So strong. Out here. Just the shit he's doing with his Filipina on the videos, bro, is, you're going to land him in a world of trouble, bro. As soon as they break up, bro, it's going to be a world of trouble. Look at this. 2 months ago, leaving USA to start my life. Look, he's like a.
Is to Chicago, flight 1 out of 4.
It's like a recreation of Keys 1, bro. He's like, look at this, man. He's like Keys 1. He's like 55, trying to act like he's 25, bro. Yeah, he's 55, trying to act like he's 25, bro. So 2 months ago, he comes over we're talking about rock and jazz. So 2 months ago, he comes over to the Philippines. Then he's on Makati. And then I guess she met him right there. Look.
All right, starting this video off showing Baby Jazz.
Yeah, Baby Jazz,
All right, this in Makati, we are
Baby Jazz. So apparently he had this hooked up at the beginning. So I guess maybe he was here before or something, and then he hooked up with her, and so like this is like a long-term thing. There's really I have no idea what's going on, how long they've been together, but yeah, look, wow, she's so, she has a beautiful smile, she has a beautiful smile. And then, I got this picture here, bro. Look at this, bro. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's from today's video, bro. The video today, when they're talking about how Jazz, is very, very crazy, Yeah, they're the new hottest couple in the Philippines YouTube community, bro. They're live every night, bro. But the other day he was doing a live stream. I mean, he's the dude's totally off his rocker, right? This guy Rocklow or whatever his name is. He's totally off his rocker because he thinks people are so cucked out with him that they'll sit there and watch this loser, watch a game of football from his hotel room in Rojas City, and then they'll sit there and just watch him while he sits there and watches it. I mean, that's total, disrespect for your YouTube audience to sit there and have them watch a football game. Sit there and watch you while you're watching a football game, bro. Why would they just turn your fucking channel off and watch the game themselves, bro? I mean, I don't get it, bro, but whatever. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, man, better be careful, bro. You better be careful, better be careful. You can't be out here talking about YouTubers and their girls, bro. Otherwise it's going to blow up in your face. Right there, YouTube fat guy. The YouTube fat guy, bro. YouTube fat guy. He found out real quick about his friends in Dumaguete, didn't he? I mean, the guy, welcome live from Dumaguete. Welcome, reach out to Dumaguete. I mean, they hate you in Dumaguete, bro. Did you figure this out? They called you a fat, ugly, lazy, no good loser when you rolled into Dumaguete there, fat Filipino, big shot, on your obviously soon to be deleted channel. I mean, and then he goes on Facebook and uses his real legal name on Facebook to sit there and try and download pictures and then hit up on Janet to try and be friends, bro, from Mike Philippines retirement. His wife Janet trying to be friends, bro, trying to make friends while you're married to a granny. So let's fit this fate. So this guy's married to a granny, and then he tries to make friends with the other guy's wife while he's trolling her. She's trolling him all the whole time. Downloads, using his real Facebook, downloads all the pictures. You're in trouble, bro, because that's why if you're in the trolling game, bro, you cannot use Facebook, you cannot use Instagram. That's the quickest way to get a cyber charge, because that's when they have your legal name and then you're in their account, bro. That's why YouTube doesn't put legal names on here unless you do it yourself. They have your legal name in your Google, obviously your Google account, but you don't have to use your real name, bro. That's why they're trying to cut down on lawsuits. Obviously, lawsuits. You don't get lawsuits. What's this? Blogger spreading the truth on the islands of malcontents. Thank you very much, sir. Stanley Steamer, stomach cleaner. Armenian Knife Fighter says, you're a fat guy. The fat guy's going to disgrace his wife. Yeah, he's probably going to end up in divorce, bro. That's why he's out there in the middle of the night. He said he works in an office, okay? So he's not driving around. Mike Philippines retirement. He works in an office, and he works 60 hours a week. So he works 12 5-hour days, okay? So he's in there from 6 a.m., and then he gets out late, and then the only time he can do YouTube is when I took the melatonin early, bro. Is when he can't do any of this YouTube in front of his wife. His wife will freak out. And now that he's exposed all his assets in the Philippines, i.e. the house, to a civil judgment by the court, in the event of a guilty verdict in the cyber libel case, that's not good news, bro. That's not good news, bro. That's not good news, bro. Who knows? Who knows what's going on, bro? I mean, everyone's just throwing out. Apparently, everyone's throwing out all kinds of crap on the comments page. Well, I guess we're all accountable for our comments page, even though we don't know who's on there. We can look on there at any time, and then they just put on something and delete it. you know, and then it could be anybody. It could be the people that are complaining about it, putting on using fake troll accounts to put on the comments, and they take them off. They screen print them all and say, "Oh, you're guilty. You're guilty." I mean, who knows, bro? AJ's back on YouTube. Wow, okay, cool, bro. I tell you, Alex Jones in deep shit today with our president, Donald John Trump, the greatest president of all time, the greatest 45th president, the greatest 47th president, and soon the 48th president, Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not very happy today. They're chippy chop because a story broke last night on CNN that Alex Jones talks to this guy, this lawyer, you know, that's works on and off for the Trump, Ed Martin, that works for the Trump administration. And Ed Martin, they've been trying to make him a independent counsel to go after somebody, right? But yet they won't appoint him, you know, because someone keeps blocking it. And then they dropped it last night on CNN that Alex Jones and Ed Martin were trying to go after this FBI agent that did the most damage to Alex Jones in the Connecticut, Sandy Hook verdict. You know what I mean? So they had this, and then they were showing the trial coverage of this FBI agent, you know, when he was under cross-examination by the Connecticut law firm, you know, that's doing all this lawfare, not only Alex Jones, but Orange Sawyer now and all these other people. And that's why you just want to stay out of politics and stay out of all that shit, bro, because you're going to get all that lawfare dumped on you, bro, you know. You should just do, figure out what you can do online where you're at. Get the proper visa. So, you're kind of secure about what you're doing. You have the proper visa, so you have permanent residency. You've gone through background checks, financial background checks, security background checks, criminal background checks. So you're kind of secure. And then, the law, you get a couple of attorneys on the retainer. And then you're good to go, bro. You can do pretty much what you need to do, and then, try and have some fun, have some laughs. Don't make it too personal because, again, I don't have any. Somebody sent me something what are there any YouTubers that you like? I like all of them, bro. I like all the YouTubers. I'm a big fan of YouTube. I'm a big fan of AJ, Alex Jones. He paid me $5,000 there, Chippy Chop. Alex Jones paid me $5,000. You want to see the check, bro? Oh, look at that. Yeah, you're looking good there, Rocky, or Honey, or whatever her name is. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got it here too, bro. Yeah. Anyway, bad news, bro. My slot machine broke, bro. They reprogrammed reprogrammed my slot machine. And so it doesn't work anymore, bro. Very sad shit, I went in there today and they reprogrammed my slot machine for 2 days, bro. And so now I can't win anymore, bro. I was like, I can't believe this, bro. I can't believe this. That they reprogrammed my check. But there it is right there, bro. $5,000 from Alex Jones. There it is right there. $5,000 for the Bill Clinton as a rapist. I think I'm the only one who got paid, bro. I'm the only one who got paid for doing the Bill Clinton as a rapist contest. Because, it's very hard to get money out of AJ, bro, because it's, you're dealing with North Dallas multi-level marketers, bro. Texas multi-level marketing company, and that's like that's like impossible to get any money at all. It's like Donald Trump trying to get being a contract, getting money from Donald Trump, bro. It's like, come on, man. This is not going to happen. But AJ was so impressed. Of course, I'm the guy that put him on the radar of the deep state with this check right here. This $5,000 check. I'm the guy that put him on the radar, which ended up taking him down, bro, unfortunately, but thanks to me and my brilliance. Of course, the next day they released the Access Hollywood tape, Billy Bush grabbed by the pussy tape, and all that. So anyway, So no, I'm not doing. Yeah, well, listen, there's no way, bro, because I can't do constituent services. Secondly, I had my run, bro. Everyone knows, you don't get involved in politics unless you have lots of money, bro. So you can get involved and learn about it. Maybe do it for one political cycle, a 2-year presidential cycle or whatever, or a congressional cycle, 2 years. Do it 2 years, volunteer or get paid by staff, national, state, or local level. And then you go get a fucking job or start a business and you make your own money. And then you have your own money. And then once you have your own money established, then you go back into politics. And that's when you run, is after you have your own money, your own career and everything going. That's how you do it, bro. You don't start it and, decide you're going to get involved and talking about politics. And then you're trying to start a youth ministry. And then you're trying to tie it into college. I mean, this is bad. You just don't do that, bro. Anyway. Yeah, we can't talk about the guy that died because it just caused trouble. What? No, I would not do that, bro. I'd run from that, bro. First of all, you don't date anyone from the street, Stormer. Don't date anyone from the street, bro, because Bravest in the chat. Don't date anyone in the street there, Stormer, because it's just nothing but trouble, bro. You just go online and you get it on your Pina Love app or your Tinder app, your Thailand, Thai-friendly app. Get through all the rigmarole, and then you try and date somebody. Okay, that's how it works, But everyone's scared now of Mike Philippine's retirement. I think Mike Philippine's retirement has just completely blown his channel, bro, in my opinion. My opinion is Mike Philippine's retirement is the new Frank Battaglia, and that's very sad because, just getting involved and, first of all, why does she even know about any of this? How does Janet even know about any of this happening? Because, unless someone's telling Janet, right, Brevis, that this is happening, how would she know about any of this that's going on? I just don't understand. First of all, if I had let's say I had a girlfriend here, right, and I had her on YouTube, like Rockin' Jazz, like right now they're on, right, and someone was like, someone was saying something derogatory about my girlfriend, I wouldn't show her what's going on, bro. I just shut it up, bro. And it's just like, if someone's doing a show about me and it's all negative, I don't even watch it, bro. If you don't watch it, it don't matter, bro, because you just blow off of it. And of course, especially today, people have, people only remember like the last 5 minutes of their life, bro. They can't remember what they ate. How do you remember a show from 2 days ago, bro, unless you bring it up again? So anyway, just as expensive as the U.S. No, bro, it's very cheap here. It's $200 a month for my room. $40 a month for utility, $5 for water, $16 for the internet in my room, and $10 a month for my unlimited data plan, bro. So that's like $300 a month. And I'm making $8,000 a month. So that's $7,700, $7,700 a month to go towards hot, fresh, tasty, yummy, young, fresh off the boat pina pussy. That's the facts, Jack, bro. That's why you live, You take this place where I'm at right now, Mandawi City, and you take the mall here, the local mall, and you take SNR, okay, which is the place where they have all the foreign food. You take the clinic where the doctors are. You take the hospital, okay? You take all of that and you put it in Las Vegas, Nevada on East Flamingo and Maryland Parkway, okay? And it's the same thing. They have the same thing there. They have a bunch of Filipinos running around. They're on the street. They're pissing on the ground. They're pissing on the sidewalk. You got Filipino supermarket, Jollibee, Chowking, Max Restaurant, Red Ribbon. They got all that shit just like here. There's no difference anymore. They got McDonald's drive-through, Starbucks drive-through. Talk about here, right here in Mandawi City. a 3-lane Starbucks drive-through, just like you'd see in Southern California. There's no fucking difference anymore about here or there, bro. There's no more difference anymore. Except here, there's $200 a month rent. There's lots of girls, okay? And if you just get the right fucking visa, Steve Montelli. I mean, Steve Montelli had a show last night. Steve Montelli did a show last night. He's very sad. He's very depressed, Yeah, there's the picture. It started. I look so good, man. This is at the Teamsters Hall. October 6, 2016. This is where I did my Bill Clinton is a rapist. The media is covering it up. Infowars.com. The 30-second protest that took down Hillary Rodham Clinton's campaign in 2016. I took her down 2016. I did it all there at a Teamster Hall in front of all these. You see all these Teamsters here? Now, the Democrats say they don't hurt anybody. The Democrats say, they don't ever do, they don't do anything to anybody. They're perfect. These Teamsters here put several people in the hospital for days. And the Hillary Clinton rally in Las Vegas. See all these Teamsters here? After I did this and I got out of there and walked, and then they tried to do some really ugly shit. Then I got out of it. But no, afterwards, about 10 days afterwards, these Teamsters put a lot of people in the hospital, bro, in front of all the U.S. media, and they just covered it up. The Clinton campaign covered it up. It was only in the English UK Daily Mail and the Sun. That's the only people who covered all these Teamsters beating the shit out of everybody at a rally. But, they don't do anything. That's why they have the Clinton death list. That's why they have all these Teamsters beating the shit out of everybody. That's why they have Antifa and Black Lives Matter and all these other organizations that are now designated terrorist organizations because they're violent, nasty leftists that want to hurt you and your family. And our great president, Donald John Trump, the 45th, 47th, and soon be the 48th president of the United States, is going to do what he can to protect us, to protect your loved ones, and to protect America. That's the fucking facts. 2028, baby, yeah. Even Jesse Waters is saying it like that, Brevis. I don't know if you watch Fox News too much, but he's saying like every time he says, it's 45, 47, the 48th president. Non-stop trolling, bro. It's like, you gotta love it, bro. Is Ron okay, man? We, poor Ron. Baltimore Ron, Baltimore Ron for the Baltimore Ron show. He's live right now in Unatani, Thailand. Be more Ron. He proposed to his 19-year-old. So anyway, wow. Is the last 5 minutes, Samong, is that what is happening? Yeah, I guess that's what's happening. Anyway, let's get on Q Adventures. Q Adventures ran out of the Philippines because he was scared. He was scared because he was doing a lot of naughty stuff. A lot of naughty things there in his we're talking about Q Adventures here. Q Adventures. He's this South Vietnamese guy that was one of the boat people, and he ended up in the Philippines, then he ended up in US, and now he's over here, on his reign of terror. On his reign of terror. I mean just you could tell, bro. You could tell by you could tell that everyone's like, this guy's a freak, 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 and then boom, he makes a video.
We don't even hood rat activities. They always give me a nice place to live, clean, nice food to eat, but I choose to eat dollar sushi. Dollar sushi is better. All the parasite ate all my brain cells. That's why I clap like this, not like that. Derwick, I will get you, Derwick. I could be investing my time to get a legitimate job, earn money.
Making fun of a Filipino like that, that lives down there in Lapu-Lapu City. I don't think that's a good idea there, Q Adventures. I don't think that's a good idea. But I guess that's why you got the hell out of there and ran off to Dumageddon to do a live stream with your buddy, regular guy, was hanging out there at his at Q Adventures. Q Adventures, he's one of these guys like Captain John or Captain Joe. He's one of these guys always got to have a business going on, some scam happening, something going on to scam somebody. But this guy's like completely melting down, bro, because this is who we got. This is Q Adventures. This is the real Q Adventures. And this is why, the West don't send their best. This is why they don't send their best, bro, because this guy's complete fucking nutcase. This guy's a fucking nutcase. And now apparently he was told, I guess, it's okay to come back to the Philippines. And now he's on his, let's talk about my channel. I'm out helping everybody, I'm out here. Let's help them. Let's help. And of course, the only people he helped, just like Calvin. There's so much in common. This guy has this Q Adventures has so much in common with Calvin Sunshine Shoulders. They're always trying to run a scam. They're always trying to, get people to send them money with some weird emergency. They're always trying to help somebody, help others before you help yourself. Send money today, and then of course, we find out later nothing happened, bro. It just, the money disappears, bro. Anyway, Calvin has a lot in common with this guy. They only help girls that are 18 to 21. In this case, this guy only helps girls, 12 years old to 19 years old. And that's it, bro. He'll show up at some foreigner's house, that's in some weirdo foreigner that, is completely broke. And they ran out of money. So the family threw him out onto the curb on the middle of the, threw him out outside of the room because he stinks so bad because of his bed sores. And then he'll show up, do a couple videos and say, oh, send some money. And then he just disappears again, bro. Anyway, my God, bro, Q Adventures, bro, making a comeback here in the Philippines. Of course you'd run the regular guy, bro. Regular guy's your friend, right? Regular guy's your friend. Isn't a regular guy the one that was hitting on your niece there in Lapu-Lapu there at your apartments? Your renter rooms there, at your renter room place. Wasn't the regular guy the guy that was hitting on your cousin there, the underage cousin, Brian? Of course he was, and now they're all on the run, bro. They're all superstars, bro. Anyway, it's sick. It's all sick, bro. It's all sick. It's all sick. Be careful. Mike's downloading a bunch of someone else around talking with the NBA. No, he's going to he got it. Listen, this is how it works, right? So these attorneys, they have all these friends. This Philippines, everyone, my friend. So the attorney has my friend work in cybercrime. So they have a little cybercrime unit there at PNP on a little base, So the lawyer's like, go there and see my friend and download all the video on memory card. And so they go there, they download all the video on memory card, and then they the Facebook, all that stuff, whatever, and then they put it all together, and then the attorney puts it all together, and then they throw all this stuff together, and then they send it to the prosecutor, right? Again, most prosecutor offices, you can name on one hand five. There's probably only 5 prosecuting offices in the entire country of the Philippines. Only 5 that actually have even approved a cyber libel case, bro. Almost every municipality, including Bohol, you hear all this stuff about Brian Ahern and the other guy and all these cases, and Bohol's never approved a single cybercrime case ever, Filipino or foreigner, ever. So, Most of these places don't need. They just get it, look at it, and it sits there for 4 months, and they come out and say, "I can't do it because it's wrong address." I mean, there's so many variables that go into these situations. Where was the video made? For example, all these videos made in the U.S. are not admissible, bro. They're not admissible. He's not in the Philippines. He's in the U.S. making these videos, bro. He's in the U.S. So everything made out of he's not here. He's made out of none of it's admissible. None of it. None of it. So, I mean, maybe it's a less than 5% chance it's approved by the prosecutor. And then it's got to go to court, bro. It's got to go to court, right? So it goes to court, and then you just go file your bail. You show up office, file the bail, and then you go home, and then your attorney shows up for the next 2 years. Because remember, bro, it takes, with all the delays and all the cancellations and the justice, depending on how old he is, him or her, they get sick or they have to travel to Manila for a conference or they're on vacation because depending on their longevity and system, they get like 2 months of vacation a year or whatever. And so there's, one case can go like every 6 months, right? And so it could be every 6 months for the next 5-7 years, bro. I mean, Amado Marcos has a cyber case from 1992 that's still in appeal, bro. From 1992, that's still in appeal, bro. So this thing can go on and on and on and on, bro. So anyway, and then if and then they got to show up for every case, right? So once they lay down, once the Mike Philippines retirement team puts out this case, they got to go to every hearing, okay, whether it's canceled or not. So literally, they can never leave. They can never go experience the Philippines. They can never go experience Thailand or Southeast Asia. They can never go to the U.S. They can never do anything because they're going to lose their case because they can't leave. You're prosecuting the case, okay? You're the one that brought the case to the prosecutor, and then your attorney is going to be the prosecuting agent to prosecute it with the court, okay, on behalf of the prosecutor's office. They might have an assistant there or whatever, but he's got to be there. They got to be there, whoever files this thing, at every hearing. And if they're not there, they're abandoning the case. It's just thrown out, bro. They got to be at every hearing. They got to pay for every attorney, to be there and his costs, his transportation. They got to pay for all this stuff. They got to be there. They can never leave. And then, it gets canceled, and then it gets moved, and then a delay. And then it's and then their whole lives are flipped upside down where they could just turn YouTube off and it would have been over, bro. No one gives a flying fuck about YouTube, bro. You Mike Philippines Trevor said about me, insignificant, inconsequential. He's insignificant, inconsequential. No one cares. I agree. No one cares. No, it's just a comedy show. We're just talking about other YouTubers. We're talking some shit, having fun. We get a super chat. It makes it better. That's all we're trying to do is just have some fun. It's nothing personal. I'm not upset. I'm not, mad unless you talk shit about my girlfriend. And then, I'm going to do something about it. If I can. Yeah, of course he got scared. He got scared. It's a sign of weakness. When it's already too late, just leave him up, bro. Leave him up. And again, his whole problem there, Bitmonger Asia, was going on Facebook. Never go to Facebook, never go to Insta, never go anywhere on any account that has your full legal name on it, bro. You just don't do that. You don't do that. All they need is one tie-in. Stacy, Steadfast Stacy, what's going on? Thanks for all your hard work, taking on that horrible, horrible human being, GD Me. All your dedication. Thank you so much. Especially taking on GD Me and that stupid farmer with the petting zoo down in the Val. Aussie farmer, Aussie petting zoo. But you just, anyway, the bottom line is that, he's in trouble because he used Facebook, bro. So you're going to have to pay, bro. You're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay, but you don't want to, you just want to run the clock out, bro. I mean, all it takes is one emergency where Mike Philippine's retirement has to go to the U.S., right? He has to run off to the U.S. because he's having a heart problem. And then he's on there. I mean, Craig and Sabu made a video. Oh, there's no way he's making all this money. All these guys, the Dumageddon Mafia crew, all these guys, Bud Brown, Paul Dog, all these guys, Gio, they all use, all these guys, everyone on here uses a promotion company to promote their video. Okay. So everyone has a company that's putting them up into the algorithm, buying them subscribers, okay, buying them views, buying their likes, because they got to make sure their likes are 10% of view. They got to make sure their subscribers are going up so much per week. They keep up with the algorithm. They got to make sure that the views, if they see some, they use all this AI or whatever, they see the algorithm, and there's a potential to get it like boosted to 100,000. They'll buy like 15, 20,000 views, try and boost it into the algorithm to see if it takes off. You know what I mean? That's what they do. And so they have to pay them. They have to pay their bills. So that, they make $3,000-4,000 a month, but that's all the views they bought. And then they got to pay it all. They got to pay all the shit back. And they up at $1,500, bro. Everyone from the top people down to the lowest people, like the Dumageddon Mafia, a bunch of insignificant seniors, with bad information, bad advice, and most of all, bad YouTube channels on here thinking like there's some God's gift to social media. You're fucking 71 years old, Paul Dog. You're old, Bud Brown. You're really old, bro. And, Mike Phillips, you're old. You're very old. No one gives a flying fuck about some 70-something YouTuber, bro. I mean, and these guys, we've had enough. We're so hurt. The trust fund crybabies got to buy his views. Trust fund crybaby, Jasper, and everyone buys views. That Brian, the Brian guy, that loser, that shut his channel down. After he saw me chasing him around at BGC. Anyway, bro, it's just you got to cheat. If you're not cheating, you're not trying, okay? Everyone's a cheater in this game, bro. And then you have people that just show up on here, turn on their fucking computer because they have nothing better to do, and then just talk some shit. Hopefully, they get a super chat or two. You go from zero to hero. Like today, I got destroyed at the casino. I got destroyed, bro, because they rebooted all my games, bro. Every time they see me and I play and I win, I'm up 400,000 or whatever. They reboot the entire machines for 2 days, taking them back to zero. Reboot the entire pay methods. Every time I play, bro. So I go out there today and it's all rebooted, bro. And so I was like, oh, bro, I got to try and test this, I guess. And then I lost 65,000, bro. And so then I went up to got some chicken and some macaroni and cheese, and I came home, bro. Because my date didn't go too well on Wednesday, bro. But anyway, I mean, it was all right, bro. But I just couldn't get excited. But anyway, I met Mike for 3 minutes, bro. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter. The bottom line is that you're never going to be welcomed in the Dumageddon YouTube community. You're never going to be welcomed as a contributor. You're never going to be welcomed as a part of the clique. Look at poor Eastern Dreamer, okay? I mean, the only person that had any common sense, give him some credit, was Calvin Sunshine Shoulders. At least he didn't drink the Kool-Aid, bro, because, Calvin's like all those white guys, all these old white guys trying to hand him out the YouTube Kool-Aid to be a part of the Dumageddon Mafia. And he said, no thanks, man. You guys are a bunch of losers. And he walked off, man. He didn't drink the Kool-Aid. So give Calvin some credit for that. Give him some credit. Give him some credit, bro. Give him some credit. Scumbag Stacy, Mr. Bill is crying. Mr. Mead, oh, come on, Raymond. Mr. Mead's finished, bro. He's finished. Put a fork in him, bro. Put a fork in him, man. You know, GD cried and whined about no one cares about him. No one wants to play. And then everyone goes on. He death threats everybody, bro. What a loser. You know, matter of fact, he blocks everybody. I'm just going to block you, bro. Go home. You're drunk. You're drunk. Get off of here. See that, Doc? See that, Doc? Yeah. Just block his ass. GD means sycophant. Oh, he's any proof anybody has money can get. Oh, I've had my share, bro. I had my share, and I'm getting my share each and every day, bro. I'm getting my share each and every day, bro. Of hot, sexy Philippines. Hit that PayPal. Hit that PayPal. BigShotTravel69@gmail.com. Hit that PayPal. BigShotTravel69@gmail.com. I got a $100 PayPal, $100 plus PayPal the other day. And again, thank you so much for that beautiful PayPal. Where is it? It was from S. Solomon. S. Samaron. He wants someone to go out and take a picture of. He put a $100 bet out for S. Samaron to go out there and make a picture of Frank Battaglia. $8,000. Blah 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 blah. Who cares, bro? You're out of here. I didn't get a super chat. I'm in a bad mood now. I'm in a bad mood, bro. 41 minutes in, I didn't get a single fucking donor, bro. I didn't get a single donor upset. And then plus I got killed at a casino, bro. When you're on Red Street, I'll have a Red Horse. Yeah, no, I'm not drinking Red Horse. I'm not going back to. I'm not going back to Walking Street till next year, bro. Walking Street's finished. They don't have any. It's just finished for me, bro. I got. You know, I promised my community I promised Ricky Drama, channel community. I promised my community that I'd go out to, to see, to go out to the burger place, with Brian Grambo Smith. I go to the Brokey Zone. I go to Rojas Cities. I go, hey, we got $20 from Big E. Yeah, $20 from Big E and the thing. Yeah. Ricky's still number one in the genre. Ricky is still number one in their genre. Thank you very much. Thank you. Make me happy now. I'm very happy now. $20. Yeah, thank you very much, bro. Oh, you doing good in the thing, bro? I'm telling you, Honeyco's looking better every day, bro. I mean, Honeyco's looking better every day, Biggie. I gotta say, Honeyco's looking better every day. Yeah, I gotta go here to get your channel now. Jesus. Yeah, we're talking about Q Adventures, bro. Q Adventures, the little squirrely scumbag. He's coming back, I guess. He's back for more. But you're the Honeyco, bro. The Honeyco. Where's that video here? The Honeyco video. Yeah, here it is right here. Here's the Honeyco video. So that's the girl you met from, that's the YouTuber girl, of course, everyone was dying to have during the pandemic. I mean, we had Jeff Lepard and Kevin Kay from the Jeff Lepard crime family out of Toronto, Canada, who runs all these Filipino YouTube channels where they promote their channels in the algorithm. They get money from these Filipinas and they do cam and all this stuff. You had all these dudes like in New Zealand and Australia. You had people in America. There was this Honeyco channel, and then they had the hot Filipina from North Dakota on there, the pool player, Bella. Bella. And she was on there. Yeah, Jeff Lepard couldn't finish. Jeff Lepard's a pussy. He couldn't close Honeycomb. He couldn't get it done. Like our champion, Big E. Free speech 2.5. I'm broke. He couldn't get it done. And, of course, here's your beautiful wife. There's your wife. That's right. He's got 2 girls in the name, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you're just out. I gotta say, Biggie. I gotta say, you have won. You're the champion. You're the grand champion of Philippine YouTube. You're the grand champion of Philippine YouTube. You're the one that got it all done, bro. I mean, we've been sitting out here losing we've been losing ever since we've all met there at that biker bar in Lapu-Lapu City. You, Ben Newton, and myself, remember we sat out there and we were drinking San Miguel Light out there back 3 years ago. Now, 3 years later, bro, you're 3 years later, you're the champion, bro. You won. You're sitting in a Da Nang beautiful penthouse, and you have your family, and you have your harem, and you have the money to fly around the world, Europe, Asia, America, South America, Antarctica, the North Pole. You just go everywhere, bro. I'm not number one, bro. I'm not number one. Mike Philippine's retirement said, I'm an insignificant, hapless, completely ineffective loser. That's why I'm only taking down 500 YouTube channels, bro. I mean, I'm so ineffective. I'm so inconsequential. I have no impact in this fucking Philippine YouTube community. I have no impact in the Thailand YouTube community. That's why I'm only taking down 500 channels in my brief little 4 years on YouTube. I mean, 5 years now. I've been on here 5 years, bro. 5 years on YouTube, only taking down 500 channels, but it's completely insignificant. Anyway, thank you very much. Oh, 5 down to 5. Wow, 5. Wow, bro. What a crew to be riding with, bro, each and every day, bro. I mean, when Big E rolls into Cebu, bro, he's got 15, 20 girls, bro. I mean, it's just like, what? And, of course, I don't have head time for this. Barry's back in Bama. Well, I think we see a video about that, wouldn't we? We see a video, bro. We see a video about that. Oh, you're gone, bro. You're gone. Beautiful Shaw. We don't make negative comments about the most valuable Filipina in the history of the Philippine YouTube community. The girl that went out and took down by herself Frank Battaglia. Shaw, Barry Jordan's beautiful girlfriend, Shaw, who was used and abused online and the most horrible, horrific things. I mean, think about this, Mike Philippine's retirement. All the horrible, nasty stuff that Frank Battaglia said about Barry's beautiful girlfriend, Shaw, is nothing compared to what happened with the guy driving around in his truck because he didn't want to hear his wife. This is when his wife found out he's doing YouTube. That was Frank Battaglia was just horrible. And then poor Shaw had to go to a psychiatrist and get help. And then the psychiatrist had to do a report and it was all sent to Manila. And then finally Frank was deported, February of this year. I mean, just the sacrifice in that alone, Biggie, makes Shaw the most valuable Filipina in the history of this community. And for some clown, some loser to come on here and say a bad thing about her, I just won't allow that. I'm not going to allow that, bro. Not going to allow that, bro. Oh. He's not the new David Bond. He's not trying to sell his ebook on dating, bro. Come on, man. That's why Biggie's a professional. He has professional career. He has advanced degrees. He's the smartest guy in the room, the most educated in the room. He's the most brilliant in the room. That's why he has all the hot, sexy ladies. And plus, Biggie Biggie has the best friends. He has the best friends that a guy can have. He's got this guy that's 6'8". He's built like Superman. We're talking about Biggie's best friend. And then Biggie's best friend, he walks down the street in Da Nang, where he's been for a year, and he got 25 girls in 25 days in Da Nang. He just walks down the street, and he has European girls, Russian girls, Ukrainian girls just jumping on him like, can we fuck? Can we fuck? Oh, can we fuck? I mean, and they're like, damn, man, we got a harem of, we got hot wife, we got my hot YouTube superstar honeycomb. We have 3 in that, we have 5 in the harem, and then we got all these European girls jumping on us, want to fuck too. I mean, damn, man, how do you do it? How do you do it, Biggie? How do you do it? Oh my God. Oh, we got Mike and Arlene in the chat. Philip Journey, what's going on, man? The girls at Shooters say hi. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I got an ear infection there, bro. I got an ear infection, and then I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it this time there, Mike. But that's okay. I'll head back. It'll be better next time. It'll be better next time, bro. Sometimes it just you get a cycle where you're sick, and the water's getting sick, and then you get a sinus infection, and then you have to run a casino and all that, So anyway, but nice. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Barry's respectful towards women. Now, we all know that's not the case, bro. But, you want to come on and say that? Okay. If that's your opinion, we value your opinion. But thank you, Biggie, for the $20. God bless you, bro. God bless you, bro. God bless you. I was watching your video about, Newport Beach. It's not the cheap place. It's not the cheap place it used to be. I was down there, bro. I went down there. I got a hotel in Costa Mesa off the 55 freeway, right off of, I don't know, it's like right before the 405. I got a hotel down there on armedforcestravel.com. I got a hotel there. And then I went to see some people there in Orange County. Then I got a hotel. I went to see these people, and then I went back to the hotel. And then early in the morning, I went down to Newport Beach and walked around, bro. I mean, it's just like it was Philippines, bro. It was the Philippines down there, Biggie. It was like the Philippines. And then I went. This is that Newport Pier. And then I got in the car and drove down Balboa Pier, walked around there, and it was like, wow, this is so white. I was like, what's going on? What's the difference? Of course, it's that beautiful, restaurant there that serves the food out there on the pier, bro. But, Biggie, bro, it costs $36 now, $36 to have breakfast in the U.S. 2 eggs, hash browns, bacon, 2 biscuits with gravy on it, okay? 30 in a coffee with a refill, $36, okay, with 15% tip, bro. $36, bro, just to have that, bro. It is completely crazy. But then, you can go in to the store and then get a can of biscuits and gravy, or a can of gravy for like $1.50, bro, $1.40, bro. So yeah, Jeff Lepard couldn't get it done, bro. I mean, it's real sad what happened to Jeff Lepard. Jeff Lepard went from top of the genre to the bottom, bro. Not only Jeff Lepard, he couldn't close Honeycomb, Biggie. He couldn't close his Filipina girlfriend in Toronto, who he lost to the bricklayer. Okay, there's this bricklayer in England that has a YouTube channel. They got recruited by the Capio crime family, and then they had a big breakup. And now, but anyway, this guy, he dated Jeff Lepard's ex from Toronto, who Orchabilia, whatever it is. Her channel's called Orchabilia. And then he lost her to the bricklayer on top of that, bro. So Jeff Lepard lost every girl he's ever met on YouTube to another YouTuber, a very strong, stout, real fucking man like Biggie, a real man like the bricklayer. That Bricklayer has a great channel, bro. I mean, he's, plus his editing's phenomenal. I can see why he lost all that. I can see why he lost all that, bro. So anyway, yeah. Funny, bro. Funny, bro. It's real funny, bro. Jeff Lepard, bro. Of course, we wish the best for Jeff Lepard, man. Come on, man. We wish the best for Jeff Lepard. We have Kevin. We have Big Kevin in chat coming in from Auntie's house in Kentucky. Nice seeing you, sir. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, bro. We're shocked and awed here that Q Adventures. By the way, big shout out to Rockin' Jazz. I mean, who has look at this? Who has this hot girl like this on? Who has a hot girl like this on? And then you have to do live streaming every night, bro. I mean, look at her. She's like, what are we doing? Are we that fucking broke where we have to live stream every night, bro? I mean, why do we have to live stream every night if we're like, I have money. You're my first girlfriend I ever had. I left mom's house and now I went to Philippines. I call myself Rock, but I want to use you on YouTube video and make everyone like feel very jealous that I got you, because obviously you have no better, you got trapped. Obviously this guy's broke. You're broke. Bro. You're broke. Broke. Anyway, yeah, this Q Adventures, bro. He's back, bro.
Now they are turning around and say the truth. But I promise you, Derwick, I will get my attorney involved to find.
Here's Q Adventures. This is Calvin's hero. Calvin Sunshine Shoulders hero.
You watch, Derwick. You watch. I will save enough money, 10 pesos, to take the jeepney to my attorney's office. Derwick gave me a chance to be successful, but no, I am a hood rat and I participate in hood rat activities. There are so many things I can do.
This guy is
I have my blurry.
Obviously this guy lived with his mom his whole life, bro. He lived with his mom too. We got another mommy's boy. Yet another mommy's boy here in the Philippines YouTube community. Anyone with any street sense that lived in Lapu-Lapu did this to a Filipino. Is this why does he need to do all that? What's he gain? What's he gain? I mean, this guy, look at this guy. This guy was on YouTube for years telling us how he goes out and he inspires the young youth girls 12 to 18 to better themselves and make a social media channel, and he wants to be an inspiration for all the young girl entrepreneurs in the Cebu and the Visalia area, and he wants to get out and really help these girls succeed in life, And he wants all his subscribers like Louis Cabo, who obviously drank some of this Q Adventures Kool-Aid, to pay these big donations so he can go out and help all these. But what happened? What happened, everybody? What happened? He ran like a bitch. As soon as the heat was on, he ran like a bitch, and now he's back wearing this garb, looking stupid with a really weird fucking laugh. And who's gonna buy it now? Who's going to buy this shit now? That's my question. Yeah, Be More Ron and Arissa, they got married, bro. Wow. I'm shocked. I'm shocked with that. Oh, yeah, Jim from Jim Asian Adventures. Where's Jim's Asian Adventures at, bro? What happened to his bullshit? He's on disability, too. He's another guy living with his mom on disability, Although, it's the only thing that makes sense how Jim Adventures, he had 30 years contracting experience, 3 years of carpentry, plumbing experience, ran crews, built houses, had contracts, ran, multi-million-dollar budgets for 30 years. How did he end up with some granny with 4 kids, in a situation where he got used? I mean, how's that even possible, bro? How's it even possible? That's like old dog telling us that, he was really conned into the land sale, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, he's the biggest. He's the biggest. He's the Kid Venture's the biggest broke philanthropist in the Philippines genre. Domesticating wild. Yeah, he's trying to help out the province young youth from 12 to 18 better themselves. It's just like Calvin's Sunshine Shoulders single mom spin wheel. What's the criteria? 18 to 20. 12 to 18, gotta be a girl. They gotta be, they gotta be beautiful on the camera. They gotta be, they gotta be accommodating for advice. They say, "Oh, thank you, Kid Ventures. Thank you so much." It's like Terrence Flannery from A Foreigner in the Philippines on his birthday. If you turn 86 years old and you're Terrence Flannery, and you're in Bohol and you have a birthday, who do you invite for your birthday? You invite young girls from the college, okay? The college that they help out. It's just it's all coincidental, isn't it? All these the biggest scammers in the Philippines. What's the common denominator? Young girls at 12, 18. Trying to be a career counselor or whatever. 18 to 20 on the spin wheel, trying to hand out cash to the poor single moms. 18 to 20 there in San Carlos City. Helping college girls in the Bohol and Tagbilaran City. Trying to obtain a nursing certificate, right? When they already know they get any degree, they're gonna with a $300 U.S. visa, they go to the U.S. and get a job, 6 figures. But they're helping out, and then when Terrence Flannery has a birthday party, it's all young girls at his party, bro. If you can't figure all this out by now, bro, you can learn more by hitting my PayPal. Hit that PayPal, motherfuckers. BigShotTravel69@gmail.com. Hit that PayPal. We already got a $100 PayPal the other day from December. We got a $100 PayPal from my number one supporter, Bud Dickman, out in Southern California. Hit that PayPal, motherfuckers. Help the channel go. Now that my casino run is blown, because they reprogrammed the slot machines today. It's blown, so now I have time to go off to these adventures. So anyway, adventures. Anyway, I want to thank Big E for the $20. Thank you very much. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. We're 1 hour in, man. So stay alert, stay alive out there. Raw Facts. Yeah, he went away, bro. They all go away, bro. They all, they get this moment where they think they could do change. They're impactful, and they think people actually give a shit. But once they find out no one gives a shit, they're not impactful, and there's no money there, they fucking walk. Just like this girl, bro. She walks, bro. She's gonna walk. As soon as we find out how old Rock is, and find out, if he's got a criminal record or not, you know how it goes out here, motherfuckers. It's called vesting, bro. We're gonna find out what's going on out here with this new number one guy in the Philippines. It's like Captain Jim, bro. You gotta watch Captain Jim and his new restaurant in San Carlos City. We all can't wait till Calvin goes there and where's Captain Jim? Where's his food, man? Oh, where's this Captain Jim? This guy, the guy's been on Calvin's show. The last couple times, I guess. But of course, Calvin's putting everything on private now because Calvin's desperate for money. Listen, Richie Rich abroad. If you're watching right now, first of all, I want to apologize for that video. After your meet and greet, I'm going to take that video down, Richie Rich. I don't want that video to be hooked up to your channel, okay? I think it's inappropriate. You have a vanilla channel. You're pretty honest. You have a nice girl. I don't want that. I don't want, a horrible, nasty human being like Calvin Sunshine Shoulders, to like dirty up your vanilla channel, Richie Rich Abroad. So I'm going to take that video down, sir. I'll take that video down. I'm just trying to warn you what's going on with Calvin Sunshine Shoulders, bro, and to be very, very careful. He's very, very dangerous, bro. You know, something can happen. You know, all it takes is one little hit of Roofland in the drink, and next thing you know, you and your girlfriend wake up like, you know, with no pants on, bro. Like, what happened? What happened, bro? But anyway, Captain Jim, bro. Captain Jim. You know, Captain Jim. Where's the shit? Captain Jim, that doesn't look good, bro. That's Captain Jim's first burger and rice, bro. I mean, I guess, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's a real pickle on there. This is Captain Jim's from San Carlos City. He just shows up and opens a restaurant, bro. I mean, this guy, you know, this guy's got some balls on him, bro. You can show up in a town, and in less than 2 weeks, he rents an apartment with a shop in the front, and then he opens a restaurant, bro. It's like that. Boom, he's got a restaurant. Gets a couple of Calvin Sunshine Shoulders donators. Of course, Calvin will be coming up with a scam soon to make the money back, but that's his first food coming out, bro. That's pretty good. He's got fries. You know, it's pickle on a hamburger. Jordan Melby in the chat. Jordan Melby coming in from Washington. What's going on, bro? Nice seeing you. Thanks for watching. Anyway, I got to go, bro. Thanks for watching. Stay live out there. Hit that PayPal, motherfuckers. Keep the party going. We're going to be doing our, after this weekend, I'm going to prepare to hit on and start doing these travels. I got to reach out to Berevis and see if he wants to go or whatever. So anyway, stay live out there. Have a great night, everybody. And I thank you, B, for the $20, man. Thanks for helping me out, man. I appreciate it. Makes it a lot easier to stream, bro. So, and thanks for the emails, Timmy. I appreciate those videos, bro.